Chad, it doesn't take a genius if you're sitting across from an alleged gang member to ask, are you a gang member? Can I see your hands? I mean, it's not rocket science.
No, you're right, Mark. It's not rocket science. But the fact that the senator was down there at all, I think, just shows you what the left of the Democratic Party now stands for. I mean, they want to return convicted individuals, MS-13 gang members, individuals that are part of a foreign terrorist organization back to the United States. And I hear Senator Van Hollen say we need to bring him home. The United States is not his home. He is not a legal permanent resident. He is not a U.S. citizen, and he has no legal right to be here in the United States. He has a final order of removal. And I don't think that the senator, I don't think that half of the Democratic Party really understands what's going on here.
Yeah, you make such a good point. And over the weekend, the White House posted a photo correcting the New York Times article, which calls Garcia a wrongly deported Maryland man. As you mentioned, he is living in Maryland illegally. He is an El Salvador man. But as we know, legacy media continuing to push this narrative. What do you make of this?
Well, it's incredible. Look, again, if for some reason he was brought back to the United States, here's what would happen. As soon as he would land, he would be arrested again. He would be put in detention, and he would be removed to another safe third country. There is no scenario in which this individual comes back to live here in the United States because he has no legal right to be here. We've had numerous judges tell him he has no legal right to be here, but yet he remains here illegally. So the fact that we have senators and members of Congress going down to El Salvador advocating for this individual who has no legal right to be here in the United States is astonishing. And again, I think it tells you where their priorities are. They don't want to advocate for the victims of illegal alien crimes like Rachel Morin and others, but they're happy to advocate for these terrorists.
Yeah, Chad, I mean, it's not just El Salvador and in Maryland where these Democrats are fighting for illegal migrants, putting their needs over Americans. I mean, in Arizona on Friday, Governor Katie Hobbs vetoed a bill which would require local and state officials to work with ICE in deportations. And this bill was one of the things that people in Arizona voted to make their state safer. I mean, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think that's right. I think if you just go beyond Arizona, I mean, the overwhelming majority of Americans want their community safe. They want illegal aliens removed from their communities, whether they're criminals or whether they're not. They want them removed from their communities. So, again, I think that the Democrats who are doing this, Governor Hobbs and others, are at a step not only with the American people, but obviously parts of their party as well. When a state like Arizona, which is a purplish state, will vote for these types of measures, they want them enforced, and they want their chief executive, in this case the governor, to do something about it. And every time, and we know this is her history of not doing this, of not coming down and protecting the people of Arizona.
So I want to bring up this point that President Trump made over the weekend, posting on Truth Social. How can Biden let millions of criminals into our country totally unchecked and unvetted with no legal authority to do so? Yet I, in order to make up for this assault on our nation, am expected to go through a lengthy legal process separately for each and every criminal alien. He makes a good point. There's so much fight being put up against this. This is a campaign promise that he's following through on. What do you make of all this, Chad?
Well, I know he's frustrated. I'm frustrated because I think what the president's referring to there is the CHNV program, which is that parole program that the Biden administration let about 600,000 individuals come into the country. They did not do it on a case-by-case basis. They did it wholesale, and yet what the courts are now saying that President Trump has to do, instead of removing them in the same manner in which they were brought in, they're now saying you have to go case by case by case to adjudicate each and every one of them. It's ridiculous. The courts have overstepped. They've overreached. We've seen this in the past 2-3 weeks. And I hope that the Trump team's got a plan to address this.
Yeah, and hey, Chad, before we let you go, I got to ask you about Secretary Noem's purse being stolen the other night. I mean, you and I, obviously, we worked together for years. I know we both have just eminent respect for the men and women of the United States Secret Service. But I know what you used to say about the amount of security that came with that job. How on earth could someone have gotten close enough to steal her purse?
Yeah.
It's bizarre. This is not a good look for the United States Secret Service, unfortunately. She's got a protective detail like others in the United States government. And so there are Secret Service with her 24/7. And the fact that an individual could get so close to her and obviously then take her purse, and it's not a good look for the service at all.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.